Now, whether a video game is creepy or not does not dictate how creepy its Easter eggs are gonna be. And today that's what we're gonna be talking about. I've picked out a few games with some creepy Easter eggs that I'm gonna showcase here today, so let's get started with number 1. GTA San Andreas is one of the best GTA games in my opinion, but it does have one creepy Easter egg in it. If you go out to about the center of Bone County, right under this mountain right here, you'll see a little divot in the ground, and in this divot contains multiple body bags. What's inside them, we can't say for sure, but there is a reason they call it a body bag. According to the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas website, Henry Bolt was a colonel of the 66th Cavalry stationed in Fort Carson. In 1862, he led his unit on an attempted attack on Las Barrancas. Unfortunately, the colonel and his entire squad fell into a hole before they reached the settlement. The Las Barrancas mass grave stands as a tribute to their service and memory of Bolt's forces. But honestly, it's a pretty creepy memorial. I mean, no label on it or anything, just a bunch of body bags sitting in the desert. Something seems a little off about that. Next is Red Dead Redemption 2, and if you're a fan of the series, then you'll know that this game, like GTA San Andreas, was made by Rockstar. And Rockstar seems to have a thing for mass graves, because in Red Dead Redemption 2, there's another one. Except this one, they did not spare any details, alright? This little Easter egg right here is the Blackwater Athletics team. The bodies of 10 men can be found in a mass grave out west of the town, just to the south of the L in West Elizabeth as written in the game's map. It's kinda close to where you can find the legendary Red Buck. The game itself doesn't give us much hint about what happened to these guys. I mean, there's only a little bit of story to go with it. All we know is that the whole team's in a big pile, wearing clownish masks, and still sporting their original uniforms. They can each be identified by these uniforms as well, but there's nothing else besides what's actually in front of us that we can go off of. And unfortunately, I don't ever know if we will be able to find out what happened to these boys, but God rest their souls. Now, Goat Simulator is just a little silly game, not very scary at all for the most part, but there are some pretty creepy Easter eggs. And the one that made the list for today is the giant fish. If you find a way to get into a little collision error and fling yourself out into the distance of the map, you'll be able to see the background texture of the map. And for some reason, when making the game, they decided on using this creepy image of walking fish with weird human-esque legs on them. Now, these guys are creepy enough on their own. I mean, just look at their legs. A fish with human legs should not exist. But why is it the background to the whole game? What purpose would that serve? Why would the creators choose this to be the full background? Why would the creators choose this to be their main palette? Who knows? Now this next game, Gorebox, is a weird Roblox Minecraft-esque game that can be played on the computer or mobile. This one's another unassuming game, but in fact does have one scary moment in it. If you type into your command box /what are you doing, it'll say unknown command. And that's pretty standard for most commands that don't make sense to the console, but if you wait just long enough, then this happens. Red text appears on the side saying, "What are you doing?" like the command, and the screen just gets intensely more red. Now, the children of Goldshire from World of Warcraft are a strange entity on their own. 6 children can be seen often wandering through Goldshire, but if you catch them at just the right moment, you'll find them doing almost ritualist acts.
You will die.
One of them is also named after me. I'll let you try to guess which one it is. But it just can't be explained. No kid plays like that usually, so there's gotta be some weird entity in Goldshire. And if there really is paranormal activity in Goldshire, I mean, who are you gonna call? Now, this last one doesn't actually appear anywhere in the game, and I have talked about it a bit before, but it's Springtrap with no costume. This has got to be one of the scariest FNAF models out of the entire series. I know we've had Nightmares and Wizards, but nothing beats this. I mean, just look at it. The detail of his rotting remains, the wear on the animatronic, the struggle on his face, it's all there. It's all super creepy and makes for a fantastic Easter egg. The only way you can see this though is through a model viewer if you're able to strip away the rest of the animatronic, and just goes to show how much detail Scott Cawthon put into Five Nights at Freddy's when he made it. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and if you did, leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.